Hello, guys. Welcome to Addressing It with the Mailman. I am your host, JP Cower. We've got some special guests tonight. We're going to be addressing it for real tonight. We're going to talk about everyday events and topics. Tonight's topics, guys, we've got what do you think life will be like after this pandemic is over? It's getting crazy out there. We've got a lot of things going on. Also, we have some special guests coming in here, and I'm going to start introducing them one at a time. How you doing? Annie, Kevin, and Vincent? Of course, they're in here. We've got Annie at the dot Spencer. We got at Kevin Benoit. And we've got stand-up Jesus Vincent P. Because I ain't going to try to pronounce it again. You know what I'm saying? I love you guys. How you guys doing? Have a good weekend?
Yeah. Filled with naps. So many naps.
All right. Now we're gonna bring in Carmen, Grace, and Carlos. We've got Carmen coming in right now. Grace. And Carlos. All right, we've got. Hey, Carmen, you're.
Yeah. Carmen's here.
Hey, Carmen, how you
Hey,
doing?
no, where's he going? Bring him back.
He's right here. He doesn't want any part of this. He wants nothing to do with this.
Oh, that's okay.
Say
That's
hi.
okay. We could talk about that later. How you doing?
We're doing good.
All right.
So, guys.
Hey. How's it going? Everything is good, Grace? How you doing? Nice to see you.
Likewise. Everything's good. Cheers
Welcome
to you.
Cheers. Welcome to Addressing It with the Mailman. I've got Kevin Benoit, Annie G, and Vincent P in here as well. We're going to do a round robin discussion, but Grace, your IG is what is it? OG Vic. What is your Instagram again?
OHG comedy.
OHG.
For my comedy page.
That's right. And you're an up and coming comedian, and I love your talent.
Mine too.
All right. And then of course we've got Carmen in here. Carmen, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm wonderful. It's so nice to see you. You're like my comedy sister, right?
No, I miss you guys.
We miss you as well.
You miss me as well. Thank you.
Yes,
so perfect.
I'm trying, and you're a comedian as well. And we can see you as at Carmen Zeta.
Yep, with a Z.
Yeah, you could actually rename yourself on the screen right now and put your Instagram on the screen if you would like. You can do that.
How do you do that?
I know. We didn't take a class on this.
Yeah, for
Wait, I don't know. I was talking to Carmen before the show, and I was saying, hey, maybe you can help me with Zoom, because she said she's the Zoom pro. Let's see.
I
So
am,
on
but
the
I usually don't rename myself for conference calls at work. I usually just leave it standard.
Right. And
But
then that's fine.
You just input it in the chat. Is that how that works?
No, click on yourself, right click it, and press rename, and you can rename yourself.
Exactly.
This should just be a Zoom tutorial the whole time.
I can do that.
Oh no. All right, and we've got Carlos here. He already figured it out on the screen. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good, man.
Nice
Happy
to
be here.
see you.
Nice to see you.
I see a lot of things that you're doing online and on Instagram. I enjoy those. Like, Carlos here is an actor, a comedian, and an improviser.
Yes, sir.
And he's in what is that? Starring in the Quarantine Online sketch show at Just the Funny.
Oh yeah, we're
page?
doing like a little sketch show that we recorded like all in our separate homes, all safe and sound. We're gonna release it tomorrow at 9 p.m. That's tomorrow. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, look at you doing big things in quarantine.
Yeah, it's just recording from my house and editing on iMovie.
I like your background. That's cool.
Yeah, dude, I'm at Red Bar right now. I'm at Red Bar.
I mean,
It's Monday night.
Are you bombing there, bro?
Yeah, dude. Ask everybody.
I know it feels like it's going to be real hard to get back. You're also in a telenovela in English on
Yeah, it's a
Zumba's
telenovela
online.
parody. Yeah.
Okay, and you
Yeah.
can watch all the episodes, which I have seen some of those. What are you, Humberto? Is it Humberto?
Umberto and Roberto. I play like an evil twin. It's very silly. It's on the Zumba Instagram page. Yeah.
I do love it. I I always comment. and
Yeah.
think,
I get slapped a bunch of times, so it's really fun.
Nice. And Carmen, what have you been doing during this whole thing? You are still working?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I work in advertising, so I get to do my whole job from a computer. So yeah, I'm revisiting fitness that I didn't have time to do anymore because of comedy. So I'm one of
Hey.
those at-home workout morons.
Yeah.
I've been writing more since I have time to write. So at night I try to write. Trying not to kill my husband, who's the only person that I have access to murdering. So I'm trying to
We
keep
know
it
how to hide a
together.
body.
Carol
Trying to keep-
Baskins.
My anxiety though, aside from the quarantine though, my anxiety levels are pretty chill since I don't have to like stress about mics right now. I don't know about you guys.
Nice.
I mean, I feel it's twofold. I miss it just as much as I hated it. Whatever.
Yeah, I think we all feel that way to a point.
It looks like JP might have gotten
He's
kicked off.
gone.
Oh, nice.
Oh, the host
Now
is
the
no
kids
longer
can
with
play
us.
now.
Now we can play.
So I think until he gets back in, it looks like it defaulted to Carlos to be the
Yes, but
host.
we are still
Oh,
live.
nice.
so-
We're still live.
Cool.
Right, Carlos got the controls.
It's a lot of pressure on you now,
Yeah, it's a
Carlos.
lot
I
of
mean,
pressure.
I know.
This-
Well,
this is, I didn't know you were vice president of this Zoom, but you are now.
I didn't know either. You guys have been here like the whole last 2 weeks, and now it's me now. Yeah.
Man.
It's not like you're not comfortable in front of the camera, so you're good.
No, I'm. This is perfect.
Where is
Yeah.
the live streaming from? Are you guys live on Instagram or Facebook?
Both.
Facebook,
Facebook,
and
right?
YouTube.
Oh,
Mhm.
YouTube. Both. I just
Yeah.
said both.
Nice.
Not. It's both.
All right, everyone
YouTube
freeze.
and Facebook. Yeah.
I mean, we can like.
Oh.
What does JP want? What is
I
he
heard a
want?
little like noise. It was like a. I don't know if JP's back or not.
It's
yeah.
still live. He's freaking out right now in the text. So
Is it really?
yeah.
I actually,
His connection's probably crappy, dude.
while we wait, I have a question for everybody, specifically for Vincent. What are you guys drinking right now? Vincent, are you drinking milk?
No, this is the blue cup is
Oh,
water.
okay.
Okay, I thought it was-
Sake of
I thought-
clarification, the blue cup is water, and the white cup is tequila and club soda with a lime.
Nice.
Nice.
just
Just staying
assumed you were-
hydrated and booze.
I'm drinking water, sparkling Suffer Hills water. Shout out to them.
Oh, fancy.
Fancy, right? Where'd you get that during the quarantine? You stepping out of your
Costco,
house?
baby, wholesale.
Costco, or you have one of those like machines that makes it sparkling?
Oh, in my house? No.
Like,
I
yeah,
wish.
no.
Oh
See?
my
All
god,
right.
I would love that. I'm like on a sparkling water tip right now.
Same,
Yeah.
same.
Seriously.
Good. Good for you. You should
Very
put
good.
tequila in it.
I'm having
Tequila
a
in it? Oh yeah,
spicy-
that's a good idea.
Spicy margarita here,
I don't
inspired
know.
by
I should.
someone's
I'm gonna
IG.
probably get some nice.
What makes a spicy margarita spicy?
The
Cayenne
cayenne on the rim
Holy shit.
Ooh.
and
Yeah.
the salt, some Don Julio and some Cointreau. You know what I mean? Good.
Oh, dang.
Good.
Oh,
Sounds
I
really good.
don't-
What
I
are you
don't.
drinking, Carmen?
But that sounds
Oh, I'm
delicious.
a super, super basic bitch, and I'm drinking a ginger lemon tea.
Oh,
Like a fancy bitch.
I
I
have
would
no,
say.
I mean, we all should be doing the same, really, but it's
Healthy.
not time yet for tea time.
As long as tea time from Mama.
I'm going-
Right before I go to bed.
I'm going wild
What do you
over
get?
here with a Schweppes.
Oh
Oh.
my god, look at you. Stripes.
Ooh.
Yeah, you
Honestly,
know
Very cool.
fuck Canada Dry.
Ooh.
Very good.
I
Soft.
don't disagree.
Very
I
nice.
don't disagree with that.
You know, I used to get made fun of as a kid because I always thought it was Schweepies, and I was pretty like confident in that. You know what I mean? Everybody else was wrong, and I knew I was the only guy who knew it's really Schweepies.
Everybody else was a Shweepy.
I
That's what
like
happened.
Shreepies better though.
It
I kind of
sounds
like Shreepies
I'd much
better.
rather drink a Shreepies ginger ale.
Do you
Yeah.
have anything like that? Like a word that you thought was one way when you were a kid, and then all of a sudden you found out as an adult it was something else, and it
Right?
just blew
I
your
think
mind?
all of the
It's a
English
both in
language.
advertising. If you were sitting down with somebody and they came in and they said, "I'm going to name a ginger ale, and I don't know if I should name it Schweepies or Schweppes," what are you telling them?
Fucking
If you were
Shweepy.
sitting
Shreepies 100% of the way, dude.
all the way. So I don't know. I thought I knew better. I don't know if I should name it Schweepies or Schweppes. What are you telling them?
Nice. I like the feedback.
Is that repeating what I said?
It's like we're living in the future.
That's
I
on
know.
a hardcore delay.
I love it. Oh man.
Oh God, my laugh should not reverberate like that.
JP, what are you doing over there, bro?
Okay. All right. I lost you guys for a little while.
We lost
Actually,
you.
we lost you.
Yeah, I know. Let's get back to the topics I was going to talk about. I don't know what I missed while I was gone. I'm sorry.
Oh, very important stuff. I don't think you'll
Oh,
ever.
no.
We solved world peace.
Okay.
You're a Shweepy.
Yeah.
Hashtag Shreepies.
I had several topics I wanted to talk about on top of the main topic. What you think life will be like after this. But also I wanted to devour into, I don't know if you guys saw on the news over the weekend that a tiger has gotten the coronavirus along with someone's dog.
Crazy.
It's crazy. And I want to dive into that, but I want to go to the main topic first. And also I do want to talk about, there was a couple that was in the Maldives Islands and they're stuck there
Maldives.
Yeah, Maldives. Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome.
Just like
See,
a
that's the
sister,
word.
you
You
know what
asked
I'm
that
saying?
question. That's the word.
Shweepy. That's his Shweepy.
Maldives.
That's the
The
Shweepies.
Shreepies, bro.
That's the Shweepies of the island.
That's the Shreepies.
Yeah. So I do want to talk about that they're stuck there with the whole staff and it's just them. They're the only couple there on that. I don't know. Is that paradise now? Maybe
They
not.
better start.
That
procreating.
depends.
Probably.
That could have been their saving themselves trip. You know, when a couple's going downhill, they're like, maybe the Maldives will fix it.
Yep. We can dive into that. I also want to talk about Louis C.K. put out a comedy special. Okay.
Woo!
And considering everything that he went through, his special actually stopped me from jerking off for a while to watch his special.
Nice.
I don't know why.
Sounds like you asked for
Solid.
his consent. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it okay?
I would have thought that you did it even more while watching the special.
Yeah. Well, obviously I was really bored too, because I don't know if you saw on my Instagram, I did do a TikTok finally. Did anybody see that?
I saw that.
You're
Yeah.
so
Those-
modern.
You're coming up,
I saw
bro.
it.
I'm trying to get there with the rest of you youngsters.
Is that the Mailman video?
No,
think-
I have another video where I'm bored in the house video.
Oh, bored in the house.
Yeah.
Bored in the house. Yeah, I'm in the
Oh.
house. Bored. Yep.
Yeah, you got it. Also,
Classic.
the Walmart shopper that coughs and spits on the employees over a billing
Oh,
dispute.
damn.
We're gonna talk about that
Oh,
too.
what?
Yes, you didn't hear about that. We'll talk more about that.
No.
And then I got an extra topic to throw in there at the end if we
Behave ourselves.
make it there. Yeah. So let's talk about it. And I want to start with Carmen. What do you think life will be like after all this that we're going through now? What do you think?
If I'm being honest, I think we're going to go back to the way we were before. Not so much in like a business sense. I think there's going to be business change their model because of this, you know what I mean? But I think like people are being a little extra about what's going to happen. Like, oh, there won't be gatherings more than 50 people for the rest of our lives. I'm like, that's not true. That's kind of bullshit. I think it's like any big thing that happens, everyone's shell shocked for a while, and then we kind of go back to the way things were. If anything, I feel like for me, I've always wanted to like work from home, like low key. I was like, I need a remote position to like live my life. Bullshit. I hate this. I hate this more. I'm so social. Like I need someone to eat shit with at work. I need to have water
telling you.
cooler conversations. I need to like talk about the shows I'm watching. I'm
Plus, you get out there. You hustle as a comedian. You get out there and you freaking hustle. You were rocking it, girl. You were doing good.
I
You were getting in a
appreciate you.
lot of shows.
I was feeling younger and cooler because I was going to like Wynwood again, which was like a thing I stopped doing a long time ago. Like, oh, I know that place. It just opened. I just stand up there for 4 people. But yeah, man, I think, dude, I can't wait for Human Connection. I can't wait for concerts. I have like 6 fucking concerts this year. That's the only reason I want this to end is the concerts. That's it. Otherwise, whatever.
Right. Carlos, what do you think? The same question, same topic.
Man, I don't know. I kind of have a feeling like after this, everything's gonna, like, people are really gonna, I miss it. I miss people like crazy, dude. Like, doing this is not enough. It's just like, it's weird. I gotta like hug I'm gonna hug the shit out of even all of you and the ones I don't know. Sorry. But it's like, I don't know. I just feel that we appreciate everybody a lot more now. Like, I appreciate my friends a lot more. Like, I'm slowly starting to get tired of my family because I live with my parents still. But right now, I appreciate them right now, and I have them. But once it's over, I feel like I'm gonna appreciate them a little more. But then again, like, I have I'm at the house all the time, like everybody should be. So I never really spend time at my house, and I never got the sleep that I'm getting now at all because I was going anywhere, whether it was work, and then it was a show, it was an improv show, and now I'm like just here. So like being able to spend time here is awesome. But I feel that once everything goes back to relatively normal, like, it's just, you're gonna miss this a little bit more now. Like, I'm gonna miss being at home. I'm gonna miss being like my dad painting the house every 2 fucking days. You know, it's gonna be
What?
It's gonna be weird.
I know.
That's all my dad's doing, dude. That's all dads are doing, are painting the house, dude. I feel like it's crazy. They're either painting the house or saying coronavirus is a scam or a fucking conspiracy. That's what my dad's been doing.
Oh no.
Yeah. But I mean, it's all good. I'm gonna miss my dad after this, is what I'm saying. Not because he's gonna die, just because I'm not gonna see him again. Yeah.
You know, like at Home Depot. At Home Depot the other day, you know, you got the markers on the ground when they're sitting there 6 feet apart. And I live close to Hialeah, and I was like kind of digging this. I'm like, can it be like this when it's after? Because people will trounce on you in Miami as it is already. So
100% agree.
Right.
So Grace, that leads me to Grace here.
Which is a great segue. I think people are going to use social distancing as a way to continue to dodge people. You know what I mean? But it'll be socially accepted, right? So it'll be cool. Now, when you don't want to show up, they'll be like, oh, she's just having a social distancing moment. And that's cool. I'm all right with that. I like my personal space. So I don't like people talking to me, you know, this close. I think it's a little invasive. I like the fact that they're cleaning the shopping carts, and people are learning how to cough correctly and wash their hands for more than 20 seconds, which, I mean, I do all the time already, but
look at you.
But Grace, you're a Spanish woman. You're the way all the Spanish people in Miami
don't go there.
Introduce themselves is they kiss each other on the cheek. Is that gonna go away?
I mean, for some people, I mean, now I have a good reason why not to, right? Because other times, because you're a Hispanic woman, you feel forced to kiss and hug everybody. Now I have like a good way to, dodge people appropriately, in a socially appropriate way. So just in case they had the COVID, I got you.
Yeah, Kevin?
Or I got myself, really, is what it is. So whatever.
Right,
Kevin.
As a Hispanic woman, I agree.
But I also miss the affection, because I when I feel the need to hug someone, I want to be able to do that, right? So I think people are going to take that. We take that for granted, and even when you're just saying hello to someone at Trader Joe's, now we can't even smile, right? That social smile comes into play, so you can't tell who's the creeper and who's not. I feel that's important.
Hey, look, Vincent, being Italian guy, I mean, the Hialeah kiss, or however you want to say it, it's now turned into possibly the Italian kiss of death. Go ahead, Kevin. What were you going to say, Kevin?
I actually wasn't going to say anything at all. But as far as everything everybody was saying, like, honestly, I'm going to go with Carmen. I think people have people have short memories historically, like it's short term. I kind of see us bouncing back pretty quickly, because if you look at Miami culture specifically, they don't really give a fuck. So
don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck now.
No
Yeah, they don't give a
fuck.
fuck now. Exactly.
No
So
fuck.
I don't know, a lot of
None
people are
given.
talking- New York might be better. I might want to visit New York now, but
Because there's
dope.
less people.
there's less people.
There's
It's gonna
less
be
people. That's a good point.
right, tickets are gonna be cheap.
Yes.
But Miami
They're
is
all one way, dude. That's why.
what's up?
I said,
One
yeah, 'cause
way.
you're all one way, bro.
Exactly.
Ah,
Fucking die
I'll
there.
stay.
One way to death. Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah.
It's the worst place in America. The worst place in America right now is New York. They got more cases and more deaths than anywhere else. New York. Because they're crowded.
Yeah,
'Cause
it's
they're
crazy.
crowded. That's why Miami is going to be one of those places. They got ports, they got malls, airports, all from foreign countries, open waters.
Everyone's using the same
Like-
elevator. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
nobody
Yeah.
lives gonna walk up. You live on the 60th floor of
The
some fucking
elevators.
building. You gotta ride the elevator for 2 minutes. You're fucked. You
Those
gotta-
buttons. Ooh.
I mean, I don't know.
Buttons.
To be honest, I would be okay with the 6 foot distance on a regular basis. Like that could be, doesn't have to be a 6 foot radius, but maybe a 6 foot diameter. That could be invite only space. Like you have to be
Agreed.
invited into that space, and when you encroach on that space, like you're allowed to do something about it. I mean, I'm not
I
trying
think
to hurt people or whatever, but you can say like, hey, get the fuck out of my
Yeah.
street. Something like aggressive, but not aggressive to be like, yo, this is.
here's the thing. I spoke to my brother that lives in Japan. And my idea was like, are we gonna eventually go like Japanese and just bow to each other instead of the kiss? I mean, really? No, we're never gonna. We're
I don't
never
kiss
gonna
anybody,
cross that.
bro. I barely.
I'd
kiss
be
my
okay with that.
fucking
It's a sign of respect, you know?
Right. And I think I could still smell Carlos's cologne from 6 feet away. I mean,
Yeah, you can smell it right now. I don't know.
Is it cool water? Hold on a
Spot.
second.
Not today, dude. Not today.
Not
Not today.
Not to just to change the subject onto a somewhat lighter thing. The other thing that's going to happen after Corona is there's going to be a lot of relationships and roommates that are breaking up when
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
for sure. Dude.
Oh, I
In
saw
Canada,
that.
The
Yeah,
fucking divorce
that's-
rate went up like
yeah, it's gonna go
80%.
up threefold. So many people that were so busy with their life, they didn't realize how much they hated the person that sleeps next to them.
Guys,
Next 30
Boy, they
days,
had a
suicides.
put a
We're all
magnifying
murder
glass on that.
suicides.
that leads us to our next topic because it's the couple in the islands of the what, Carmen?
Maldives.
Okay,
Maldives.
thank you.
Maldives.
Yeah,
Sweetie.
I believe
Sweetie.
that there's a chance that they will be like on People magazine and talking about their split up. Annie, what do you think?
I mean, that's a hard one to get. I guess to Carmen's earlier point, it depends on why they went there. Like if they went there to try and save their marriage,
Oof.
I think that's sinking quicker than the Maldives, which is going underwater, by the way.
And it was over before it started. So
Yeah. If it's their honeymoon, then they're definitely going to break up at the end of it because they haven't known each other long enough to try and work through it. But if it was like a one night stand that just got like weirdly extended, I think this could turn into a really fun rom-com.
Weirdly.
like Love is Blind.
Yeah, like I think
That's so
there could be
great.
potential here for that. So I don't know. I think
Okay.
it depends.
I can see that.
Okay, that's cool. What do you think,
Great.
Grace?
In regards to the couple, you know what? I second your opinion. I agree. I
Okay.
agree. I think that, if anything, how old are they, by the way? Do we know?
They were a fairly
that's
young
interesting.
couple. They looked 30 or less.
They're just fucking guys. That's what
So
they're
they,
doing.
that's what I was
Let's
just
be
going to
honest.
say. They
Yeah.
might
What
as
if
well
they were
start
swingers?
procreating because we're losing a lot
Yeah.
of people. So they need to, we need to revamp the population.
No, we don't,
before-
girl.
Uh-oh.
Mm-mm.
Uh-oh.
Hold on a second.
No,
It'll be
Carmen,
handmaids if we don't. It'll be a handmaid's tale
Oh.
if we don't. Okay. So bear in mind, they've already taken a lot of women out of their jobs in the workplace. So please, it'll be a handmaid's if we don't. Or if not, for those who are not fertile, will be in the, what do you call them? The colonies.
Hall of Fame.
Mm,
They say it affects men more than women, so we can lose a few.
No, it's because we can make a few, so it's fine.
well, the
That's
other
true.
thing is the Maldives is not like a cheap destination to go to. So like this could be a sugar daddy, sugar baby situation too. And imagine if that was supposed to be on the sly and then all of a sudden all these news like circuits picked it up and the wife is at home isolated with
right?
the kids like
Where is he now?
side chick becomes main chick.
That's a
What if that was
nightmare.
a side chick the whole
Being
time?
stuck with
dude?
your, that's a nightmare. Being stuck with your
That's
side
the
chick in an
easiest
island like
divorce.
that. No.
No, it's
Yeah,
what?
that's weird.
That's the chick you actually want to be with. What do you mean that's terrible?
I don't know. I don't know.
That's
if
not
that's how side
what.
chicks
You don't want to
work.
be with your
Please-
side chick.
Please,
Yeah.
Kevin, please enlighten us. What is it?
Tell
Because
us
you
the
know you get a
dynamic.
ton of side chicks.
Hey, you know when you stay in the pool too long and your fingers get like all fucked up, and then you can't grab onto shit?
Yeah.
You know, that's the same situation that would happen with your side chick. Eventually, you want to get out of the pool. It's really nice to
Exactly.
go swimming, you know?
As a matter of
I'll
fact,
take a dip a
the
few
reasons
times and then get
why
out.
the
That's fair.
reasons why your fingers get raisiny is so you can grip. That's
I was gonna say
kind of like
I was
a
you
survival
definitely-
Yeah, and nobody likes sticky sex, so you
No.
don't want to be. You
Wait
don't
a
want to
minute.
you- where are you
Wait a minute.
gripping?
Wait a minute.
Speak for yourself.
Sweepy, hold on a
Sir.
second.
You like it
Okay.
sticky? You like a real sticky friction? You like a little bit of sand in there too?
A
What the
little
fuck?
bit of
No sand, no sand, no sand.
Ugh.
Oh
This went
boy,
south really
Wet,
quick,
baby.
but
that's our yeah. I think
I
it
like a
started.
garbage. I like a garbage bag when I'm doing it.
I think it started when I mentioned this next guy. So, Louis C.K.'s special came out. I'm a big fan. I know he's done some, bad things. I don't know what you guys feel about it. I think, is it good timing? Tell me.
I mean, I think it's good timing in the sense that clearly everybody's that likes him and is bored and doesn't want to admit that they're watching it is going to watch it. So they're going to buy it.
Admit to watching it.
Oh, I admit to watching it, but
Oh,
I know of people that are like afraid to show their support for him because of
cheating.
obvious reasons. So right now it's like you're isolated, no one really knows that you're watching it or that you're talking about it. So you can watch it on your own, be like laughing your ass off about. By the way, the special is pretty fucking amazing, but it's also extremely like this guy went fucking gung ho from the get go with it.
Can I say
But
something?
I
though?
love
That's Louis C.K.
I gotta.
but that's how he is though.
Don't
Yeah.
spoil
So-
it for me because I didn't watch it yet.
I didn't watch it yet either.
I'm
I
not
haven't
gonna
seen
spoil
it either, but like Carlos, I kind of sympathize with you because here's the thing. I feel like being female, I can loud and proud say that I'm gonna watch the special because you can't come for me, right? Because I'm a girl, and what he did
Right,
was
right,
like
right.
against him, right? So if
You're
I'm a
safe,
girl,
you're safe.
like I'm super safe to be like, yeah, I love Louis C.K. I watched it, but
Yeah.
like as a dude, like people will come for you, and I'm sorry.
Oh, dude, I posted
I'm
something like
sorry.
I just posted like he's back on my Instagram, and I got like 6
A flood.
messages
I
of
don't know,
how
I-
much of an ass.
So
I'm like,
sorry.
oh Jesus Christ!
Yeah,
oh
I
Jesus Christ.
yeah, you're not. It's like you're not entitled to your own opinion of someone's comedy.
Yeah, and I still like. I'm not gonna.
I
Like,
mean, it's
like-
not, the issue is not even the comedy, man. It's just people want to feel like from a strategic point, this is like probably the best time to sneak. You know what I mean?
agree.
Like it's super smart, and Louis, we weren't really mad like that. You know what I mean? Like Louis,
Oh no, there were people that were booing him.
Oh,
on
people were mad, though.
stage.
like R.
And-
Kelly mad.
I mean, hold up. R. Kelly like raped and imprisoned women. This is like there's a scale. That's the
There's a
thing.
scale. That's what I was
It's
trying to
the
say. Like there's a
harassment
scale.
scale.
Like as far as the scale goes, he's a little bit.
It's like
Yeah, I think it's
construction
like-
workers yelling at you when you walk by, Louis C.K. jerking off in front of people, R. Kelly raping and imprisoned. There's
yeah,
and then
You
Harvey
have to
Weinstein.
put
There's
Harvey.
really
Yes,
good-
I was gonna
Right,
say,
right.
Harvey
I'm gonna
Weinstein.
do
absolutely
Harvey.
at the edge.
Oh.
Bill Cosby,
Har-
right?
no,
next to
I
Harvey
think R.
Weinstein.
Kelly might be worse than
It's like
Harvey,
a
but he's
sliding
up there.
spectrum.
Yeah, and Aziz Ansari is right next to the construction workers. That's how it is.
Yeah.
Aziz, oh, don't get me started on Aziz. I was in full support
love
of
this.
Aziz. I was on the Aziz side.
Oh no, me too.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
Hashtag me too.
Hashtag me too on the other end. I don't know.
Now you also said the word was.
Hashtag
and
me
so-
also.
I don't know.
Me as
Me
well.
also.
Yeah, we're getting a hashtag out of this.
Hashtag I agree. I guess.
You agree? Okay.
Hashtag doctor.
Vic, Grace, did you watch the special yourself too, or?
I have not. I'm with the rest of the crowd. I haven't seen it. And I personally, I like Louis C.K. He's a genius in the way that he writes. And so if anyone here hasn't tried to emulate it and be as successful, you're lying to yourself because we could only wish. Like second to Chappelle kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
And so my whole thing with him was, at least he asked. You know, he asked some people. You know, he did it anyway, but he
Oh, we're
asked.
really going there.
You know,
We're really going there.
Okay.
Carlos,
All right.
Alicia asked,
Okay,
right?
that's a little-
So that's a good. We got to stop right there because you got to see the special.
and
I do
that's
gotta
fine.
say
We
though,
can do another one after I watch the special
Yeah.
with the rest of us. Okay.
it was definitely unprofessional, but it wasn't illegal, and I think that's an important distinction.
Right.
It
Awesome.
was super sucky. Shouldn't have done it. Keep your dick in your pants at work, but you know, that's not the first dick to come out at work. That's all.
Yeah. Do you
Well
do
said.
you
Well
do
said,
you
Carmen.
do you Kevin? Do you agree with what Carmen said? I sure
Yeah.
hope so.
I sure hope so.
Keep your dick in your pants, Kevin. That's a vital.
I don't know. I don't know Carlos that well. Carlos, you agree with what Carmen said?
I do.
I think she nailed it on the head. It's exactly what he did was wrong.
Of course.
But you can't deny his talent and wanting to see his special because he is a talented comedian. I don't agree with what he did, but I'm gonna watch
Agree.
his special.
You have to separate the artist from the person.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah.
Unless
it's-
you're R. Kelly.
I mean,
Mm.
Bill Cosby or
come
Harvey
on.
Weinstein.
It's the
His
remix.
music.
The remix
Dude,
to
he has too many classics.
No, no,
I'm
no,
sorry.
Oh,
No,
R.
no, no,
Kelly
we
got
still
some
jam
classics.
to it.
I
but-
still jam to R. Kelly.
I wouldn't pay him.
Yeah,
There
right
we
now
go.
because
I wouldn't pay him, but I do. I illegally download his stuff now. Just so.
Let me
Yeah.
walk that back, Grace. You're 100% right. I still jam to it, but future albums are a no.
No,
Future
no,
albums
no.
are a staunch.
Good.
No.
We can't
That's
rewrite
good.
history.
We can't change
But
the
what if,
past.
I mean, if he
Right.
finishes Trapped in the Closet finally, I have
There was a
so
mention of
much.
He finally gets out of the closet.
He finally, it's like
That's the whole
40
point. That's the
chapters
whole thing
deep.
at the end.
I have to see this through the end. But then after that,
Yeah.
we're done.
Okay.
No, of course, but I mean, it's nostalgic. You know, his old songs,
Yes.
and that's why we do it. You know, we were a kid then. We didn't know.
True.
He
Right,
wrote You Were
So
Not
were
Alone
the
for Michael
kids.
Jackson. Come on.
okay.
Yeah.
So then you would
True.
also have to
True.
hate Mike. Well, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Well-
you can't be
Well,
mad at
and
Michael Jackson. You can't.
But that's
Well,
a good
Michael's
point.
dead, so fuck it.
It's
Who cares?
Where do you draw the
Exactly.
line?
Where do
Because
you
it's
draw the
also
line?
like you know, I really like Led Zeppelin and you know, the Rolling Stones, and they used to hook up with
Bang
14-year-old
13-year-olds?
girls. And
Yeah.
James Brown, you know, was a domestic abuser.
John Lennon beat women.
Yeah.
John Lennon,
mean-
although everyone forgot
Imagine
about
if
that
he
when
did-
they started singing Imagine.
Exactly.
Oh.
Everybody used to beat women, guys.
And that was crap.
remember
Yeah.
that.
Everybody
I-
used to be
I didn't
women,
care- I
and
didn't
that's
care
the
for-
platform for president.
Still in
It
denial.
was the 70s. I
Beating
love
women
Carmen
was the
apologizing
TikTok
for
of
these
the
guys
70s.
in a weird way.
It was.
Yeah.
It was the 70s. Everybody used to beat women. I'm not going to stop listening to them.
Yeah, not,
Oh my
It was
let's
God.
not
trending.
forget about children and some of their friends as well. So just
Wait, what?
people used to beat their children all the time. Their
Oh,
Oh, people
yeah.
still do. They just don't admit it anymore.
They
They
don't.
just don't say
No.
it now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I get uncomfortable when I see that because I've never laid a hand on my kid. Don't have to. Okay,
Try having some
so
black kids.
I do.
He did.
Oh, yeah.
I did. Okay.
Let's
All
wait
right. Now, next topic. Okay. I made a TikTok video with the I'm bored in the house.
Okay.
I made it because I was bored in the house. Have you guys done something silly that you're afraid to admit? Maybe you'll admit now that you were because you were bored in the house.
You made a admit
Sing the
publicly in
song,
front of
sing the
thousands
song,
of people?
sing the
Yeah.
song.
Yeah, right.
Do you think thousands of people are watching this,
Oh
Carlos?
my God, that'd be
Oh,
Welcome
hi,
back.
Please,
yeah,
please,
thank you.
please,
For one
please.
day.
Let me believe.
Carmen.
I don't mean that in a bad way.
She's like my sister every time.
JP has like at least 100 friends on Instagram or
Uh,
Facebook.
Something like that.
20.
More than that.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, so what do you think, Carlos? Did you do something silly?
Man, I don't know what you consider silly. I'm gonna admit this. I haven't been wearing underwear, and I don't consider that silly. But like, I never really didn't used to not wear underwear, but now I just like wear shorts without underwear, and it feels like it's not silly. It's nice, you know.
It feels right.
And I'm proud to admit that.
I
Free
wear.
balling.
I'm sorry. I wear underwear because I don't like bats or bat wings or anything like that.
Solid.
Saggy balls, maybe.
Ah,
But yeah, I've recorded a bunch of like little things here and there, but I'm like, this is just too stupid. I'll eventually post a few of the things I've done, but
awesome.
I've recorded
I,
like some little dumb stuff.
I look forward to it. How about you, Carm?
Yeah.
Have you done anything?
I've taken a lot of pictures of my workspace, and then I've been like, no one cares. And then last week, I have my little office looks like a yoga studio right now. No one cares.
That's your office right there?
Well, it's like I have a den. So this is like in this space I usually work out. You guys don't care.
No.
And in
Just
this
keep it back to
space-
where, yeah.
And
I
then you
like
just
the-
go
is-
into the drums.
Is the
And then I play the
do you-
drums occasionally.
Do you
And
play the
break.
drums so you don't beat up Jay?
On occasion.
Okay. just-
No.
Maybe she beats up Jay with the drums.
I'm kidding. I don't do that. I did let my hair get super out of hand last week. It was out of hand. So this is why last night I washed it and I did it up. It wasn't even for this, but it was just like, if I let this go to its natural form, I don't know how my relationship is going to fare. I'll be honest with you. Like I was in
How's Jay doing? Has he shaved his hair? He
he
can't get it.
shaved.
Oh,
he-
really?
He trimmed. Dude, wait, let me show you. I'm going to bring him. You all, most of you know
Bring
him.
him.
He trimmed it like to like a little 5 o'clock shadow thing, and I'm obsessed with his fucking face right now. And I know he's gonna let
Nice.
it grow, and I'm gonna hate his face again. But right now, I'm
Not till after the quarantine.
Okay, I will go. Yeah. While you go get Jay, go ahead and get Jay. I will go
Okay.
to Grace with this. Grace, have you done anything
Ooh.
crazy?
I mean, I haven't shaved, so or I haven't waxed. All that requires some kind of someone to do it for me. Not shaving though, but I feel like that's I haven't really kept up with myself. I figured today I'd be on camera, might as well try a little bit, and so here I am.
Just from here up, you're just.
Yeah, I actually texted my wax lady. I said, I understand. Are you still working? And she's like, no, we shut down, UniK. I'm not working from my house. And I was like, all right, no problem. Just I'll check you next week. See how things are going.
Oh shit, Jay.
Look at
Oh,
that.
look, pretty
Look
boy,
at that.
Jay.
Look at that.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Look at
Quarantine's
that.
nice. Quarantine's doing well.
I need tips, bro.
Josh,
Jesus.
You guys are too cute.
doesn't he look
Yeah.
good like this, guys? And they're men on the
It looks
camera.
good, yeah.
Yeah, like, for real. Like, step
look
your
good,
shit up.
dog.
Totally
Jay.
unkempt men on this chat.
It's divorce ready, man.
Divorce ready, man.
Divorce ready.
That's a great superhero, dude. Divorce ready, man.
Jay, you doing all right, buddy? Miss you.
Who said that?
JP,
Hey, what's going on?
Who
Jay?
said that?
What's up, my brother?
We're glad to see you're alive.
Good to see you're alive.
Not we missed you.
watch these things.
Hey, I get to go to work every day, so I'm good.
He does.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I went back to work today and it was kind of weird. I was like, this is weird. Miami Beach is empty.
empty, I'm sure.
I mean, I wanted a video as I'm driving down going, oh my gosh, there's no one here. Never happens
you-
in Miami Beach.
Go
Have
down
you
to-
realized how much people are still littering though? Like gloves and facial
Oh my gosh,
masks?
yes.
Like what
There's
is
even
going
more now.
on?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yes, the parking
Bye, Jay.
lot.
Hey, Jay.
The parking lot looks like at Publix over there in Hialeah. The parking lot has gloves everywhere. There's rubber on the ground everywhere. It looks like a parking lot at some Texas whorehouse or some.
We
shit
should
on a-
find people with
holiday
extra days
weekend.
of quarantine.
I'm telling you.
As a good Samaritan, I'm gonna hand out my ticket. Like, dude, you ain't coughing right. Fine. You're not, keeping your distance. Fine. You threw your gloves. Fine. All kinds of things. I'd be fining people left and right.
Yeah,
if
Annie.
you
The
go,
ticket people are still working. They're still giving tickets and on people's cars. That's still happening.
Dude, that's so annoying.
They're
Annie.
essential.
Annie, go ahead. What were you gonna say, Annie? thought you
I
were
was gonna say, like, what would make somebody do that? Because I saw when I go for a walk around my neighborhood at night, and last night there was a mask on the ground, and I was like, who was going back to their car just like, I can't take it anymore, and like throw their mask on the ground? Why not just wait till you find a trash can? I don't
now you can't
understand the
even pick it up.
mentality.
they're so scared of the germs. You see, they watch the news and they're so scared of the germs that they don't even want to bring it in the car. And they get out of Publix and they just strip it off and like
I think
take
he's right.
breaths of fresh air and use hand sanitizer.
Yeah, I got naked at my front door. As soon as I came in, I took all my clothes off from,
Nice.
just and then jumped in the shower right away. Just because
Yeah.
I was
I
out in
hope
the
that's your
elements
next
all
TikTok.
day.
Yeah.
That's my. I'm bored in the house. Bored in the
And then you
house.
just start taking your clothes off. Your bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jay
Exactly.
continues to go to my husband works construction and he's working at Jackson South. So at the
Oh.
hospital. And he comes home in his dirty ass clothes. He sits on the couch for hours playing video games in the clothes because he's trying to kill me. That's what I've deduced from.
Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna make an effort to see you for as long as this is, because
I mean, it'll only be 2 weeks. It'll only be 2 weeks post.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So the next topic we're going to talk about, this one's very controversial, and I want to thank Annie for bringing this up. Walmart shopper coughs and spits on employees over a billing dispute. I mean, and I watched the video, and then the lady said something. It is true. She is a dumb ass blonde. You should have seen it. She goes, you must think I'm a dumb blonde. I'm like, yes, you are. Disgusting human being. What is this
Fine.
world coming
And the
to?
blonde is the one that coughed, I guess. Is that what?
Yeah, she was the one that spit on an employee, a Walmart employee. That job.
Well, what did the employee do? No, I'm kidding.
It was a.
Yeah, wait. Can I make it?
fair.
Can I make
Don't
one?
catch your shame.
No.
Don't catch your shame.
Yeah, it did not happen in Texas, right?
No, where was
I
it,
don't know
Annie?
I don't know. I'll look it up
Florida.
while you guys talk about it. Yeah, it
I
had
have all
a
my
Florida
money
vibe
that
to it.
wasn't in Texas.
Florida taste.
You think it's Florida?
Probably not, but it could be.
Sounds like a Jacksonville type shit.
Someplace in the South.
Yeah,
Let
maybe
me
the
check.
Panhandle.
California.
California.
California. Who knew?
Well, she's definitely dumb. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, you have to be an idiot
it's
to be
true.
a fucking pompous bitch at a fucking Walmart. You know what I mean? You're at
That's
a
a
Walmart.
good ass
You
point,
have to
dude.
fucking-
Very
you're buying,
true.
you're buying
What did
shit.
she look like? Was she
Hold-
slightly overweight?
Hold on.
Was she
I-
slightly
I-
overweight?
Guys,
You want a number, Kevin?
guys,
Yeah,
guys-
right. That's what he's asking.
My type. Just my type.
Let
Like,
me get it.
okay.
What's her Instagram?
guys,
Like,
I
what's
feel
going
a,
on?
Slightly overweight.
I feel a rant going on by Vincent. Go ahead, Vincent.
Oh, well, I mean,
Sit
let it
tight,
happen.
people.
you can't stop it and then be like, okay, wait, here's a rant. But yeah, that was you can't. You're at Walmart. You know, it's cheap. You're buying shit because it's cheap. Are you arguing about the price at Walmart? Everything you got is as cheap as it could possibly fucking be. So just pay for it and leave. Like, what could you be? You know. And I said the reason why
wait.
it didn't happen in Texas is because somebody would have shot that lady in Texas, and then she wouldn't have been able to make more people, and then there would be less people like that lady, and we would have a better place. You know.
That's what I was thinking, because I was
Oh, that's
thinking, I
impressive.
wish this coronavirus only worked on dumb people.
Agreed.
Is that terrible for me to think that way?
A little bit.
No.
Well, I think it
yeah,
does work
because
that
how
way,
many
because
of us
if you're
are
going
dumb?
outside,
Dumb people are necessary. Like, they're annoying, but we
Like
need dumb people in
they're
this world.
essential.
Yeah.
Listen, I have a
there's-
soft spot for dumb people since Forrest
They're
Gump,
essential.
so, like
I'm
just 'cause
not
you're dumb
convinced I'm
doesn't
not
mean
a
you
dumb
can't get
person
hot.
too. So.
Neither am
so
I.
true.
So
Yeah, I think I have my moments. And like this woman that was at the Walmart, you know, surprise of the century, she seemed like she was a middle-aged white woman. And as a future middle-aged white woman, I feel like it's my duty to like address these things and try and avoid it in the future so we can
Right.
one day live in a better world.
So what happened to her? Like, what do we know? Just
I don't know if they arrested
they
her
held-
or not.
She did get arrested, but I don't
She
know
did.
after the fact. But yes, I mean, that's assault. That's assault.
And they're
That's
what it's
actually, they're looking at some of those cases as, what are they calling them? Domestic
terrorism.
Because there was a
Yeah.
woman who coughed in a grocery store somewhere up north, and they had to throw away over $30,000 worth of food because she
There was
coughed on
a
it, and so they
shopping
arrested
cart
her.
guy.
Oh
A guy
my
licking
God.
shopping carts. the other day.
Gosh. Yes.
Oh, there was
Oh.
people licking airplane seats. Did you see that shit? It was like
I saw that too.
Which also,
Yeah,
why
and
would you put
toilet
your
seats.
tongue on an airplane seat?
it was like a
toilet seat.
Fucking
TikTok
idiot.
challenge.
All you
So
have to do is go
JP,
somewhere and breathe. All you have to do is go out and breathe. You don't even have to lick anything. You don't have to cough. If you
yeah.
You just have to go and breathe somewhere. And you can do that quietly. And you can do that sneakily. These people are idiots. That's why they're fucking licking shit. If you really wanted to do it, you just breathe. That's how you spread the disease. You breathe. You don't need
I
to cough.
mean,
None of that. You can just get it from talking to people. That's why they don't want you to be next to people, because if you talk to them, you're gonna get it. So just
See, the
these
guy.
stupid.
Vincent
That's why
2020,
they-
dude.
Hey,
More
the guy.
arguments than that guy.
The guy that looks like the Unabomber makes the most sense here on this.
but the
But it's
beard
true.
makes him sound insane also. At the same time, he makes sense,
Smart
but he
and
looks
insane.
insane.
He does, man.
But he's super
No,
smart.
I'm
Okay,
hearing the words that are coming out of your mouth, man. I
Oh no,
agree.
you're right, dude.
feel you.
Picking up,
Yeah.
you picking
That
up what I'm
shit's
putting
airborne.
down right now?
I'm saying.
Pick that shit right up.
Okay. I wanted Annie to talk about this because she knows about this article. Annie, tell me the other one that you were going to tell me. You just sent me a little
Oh,
while
the one
ago.
about the goats?
Yes, I want to hear more about this.
Okay, so one of the like crazy byproducts of all of this is that there's been some really positive environmental changes, like, you know, as far as like
Mhm.
trying to help the environment. And one of those things is that some of the animals that previously were like out of the city have started to come back. So there's this little town in Wales that all of these mountain goats have descended upon, and because there's no people in the streets to scare them away, these goats have like overtaken the town. And it's so cute because you can see them like running around and like just being goats and walking down the street and playing on playgrounds and stuff like that. And I know even for me, when I go for my little nightly walks, I feel like I'm like Steve Irwin. I've seen like an owl
Oh my
and some
gosh.
raccoons. And so like, what kind of positive things are coming from this?
Have you seen, they have a new thing that just came out of these squirrels that overtook this park in California. It's like hundreds of squirrels like sunbathing, like
Animals
on the
are
grass.
taking over.
The cutest
Animals are
fucking
taking
thing
over.
I've ever seen.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
this relates to the whole tiger getting the coronavirus and someone's dog getting it. Animals are going to take over the world. What do you think?
Well, maybe that's where we're at, right? So humans have kind of been the dominant species for years, but like we weren't always that way. Like there were dinosaurs for a while. Maybe now
Right.
it's the time for a new species to like be top dog,
The
so to
tiger.
speak.
Literally.
Who's it gonna be? I think it could be tigers,
I think it's
Could
the
be
year.
bats also. Bats are
we-
the ones that fucking
the bats, yeah.
really.
Oh,
fucking
have you
started
seen the
whole
size
thing.
of those bats, by the way?
Oh, dude,
Has
crazy.
anybody seen them?
I
Yes.
saw it.
They're,
I saw it
they're
like 2 days ago.
beautiful. I
They're
love
huge.
them.
I don't like bats.
They look
I
so
love-
tasty.
They're adorable
love bats.
sometimes.
I
Yeah,
did
here-
watch a video of bats
The
peeing.
fucking pterodactyl.
I saw that one.
I love them. Eating
Here's
little
a-
fucking
bananas.
dinosaurs.
Here's
Oh
a
yeah, the
theory.
banana ones. Oh, that was so cute. Yeah,
They are kind of cute.
so cute.
But-
Yeah.
But here's a theory, right? So everyone's saying that this all came from a bat in China, right?
Yeah.
What if the bats in China are in cahoots with the makers of TikTok and they orchestrated this whole thing so everyone would have to be in their house making
Making
TikTok videos?
TikToks.
Making dumbass
TikTok did the
Could be.
coronavirus, dude.
Illuminati? I'm not sure.
I still believe it was Carol fucking Baskin.
I
That
think
bitch
it's
Carol
Illuminati.
Baskins.
What if the Chinese government released coronavirus as a form of population control, and then it worked way better than initially thought, and they were like, we got to slow this down because
Exactly.
it's going to happen too fast.
They
I-
have all the
Like-
masks. It's
JP, I didn't know you
fucking
invited my
crazy.
dad.
Well, I have a theory about this that I actually read, and I believe it to be what really happened, and I'm not even joking. I do think it was created in a lab in Wuhan because that's where they have like their biochemical lab or whatever.
Preach.
Agreed.
And there's also a black market for animals. So I can see them testing on an animal, janitor selling that shit on the black market, and somebody ate it.
There's also a black market
I can hear
for
myself.
animals.
So,
Playing me.
JP, you gotta mute it. You gotta mute it. You gotta mute it.
you gotta mute them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that you're onto something with that.
Lost them.
I mean,
That's
I
a
can totally
that's a really good
see
hypothesis. I
a
like it.
black
Well, yeah, there
market.
really is a place. That place
Yeah.
that she's talking about is real, and their job is to make new diseases and then try to figure out how to defeat them
But you also have to say, and this isn't like a racist thing, but you also have to say every time you go to a Chinese restaurant, you're like, am I really eating chicken? You know what I mean?
You're
Like,
never eating
Oh,
chicken. You're never
and
eating
it
chicken.
is
though.
true. They eat dogs over there. Like I can
They
see
eat
a
rats.
janitor
There's
like
a
hard
dog
up for
eating
cash,
festival over there.
Yeah.
which is
Yo,
I can't.
have you ever,
And
eaten-
it's not
Yeah, I
the first.
can't either.
have you ever had rabbits? Have you ever had muskrat?
Nah, too.
No,
gamey for
neither
me.
of those things. Really
No.
good.
I
meat.
haven't had muskrat.
Delicious.
I'm
Like,
okay.
Oh, we lost.
Dude, I'm the
JP
host again. What's up, dude?
Yes.
But here's the other thing. I mean, it's not the first time that China's done stuff that for population control. I mean, one child policy. I don't know if we're ready to talk about it yet. Is it too soon? But
oh, true.
I don't think
I'm
it's too
all
soon
for
enough.
that, by the way. I'm in big favor. I think if
I'm on the
anything,
no child
you have to-
train right now.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
Daryl?
I'm for no child policy. I feel like humans, we've run our course. Like, let's throw in the towel. We tried, didn't work out for us.
Yeah, like if you're licking toilets and coughing at Walmart, it's a
We
fucking,
failed.
We
Yeah.
should eradicate
Clearly,
both
that
people,
that should
though,
say
you know?
something, bro.
we can't
Like-
stop people from having babies, but maybe what you could do is like you could make people have like you have to earn your birthing ticket. So like you don't have one, you go to
Oh.
the hospital.
This is
Private
getting
school
handmade.
for
dude.
everything
Driving
else.
school, dude.
This is
Like,
handmade.
you do
Yeah.
that old fashioned in the bathtub,
Yeah.
fill it up, and cross your fingers, bitch. You
Yep.
didn't have a ticket. You're in this on your own.
You
That's-
didn't survive. You didn't survive one instance of PTSD, which is probably what it feels like to have a kid.
You
So
know
you
who
know
has
what?
to
You didn't pass.
yeah.
It's like you
You're
have to
not
take
allowed.
an SAT
You have to
score
earn
or
it. You
something.
have to earn a driver's license. You can't own a gun. People are more dangerous than guns. How come you can own a person and you can't own a gun? No test, no qualifications, no nothing. Just fucking make a baby. Nobody cares.
Yep.
There's no
So
test.
fair.
There's no nothing.
Yeah, that's
There should
true,
be
man.
some sort of checklist that you have to
I
check
think that's
off
the
before you can
solution.
start
It
reproducing.
is the
Super.
hardest job.
And you
And
want to know
there's
what?
no
If you want to
requirement.
know, you're not going to like this next part, but the real job is you ladies are supposed to only. You ever watch that video on Netflix of the birds of paradise? These motherfuckers change the shape of
yeah.
their body. They clean up a whole house. They do all this work, and bitches still turn them down on a regular basis. They're like, no, that's not good enough. And that's why they're beautiful birds. That's why they're the only birds like that in the world, because they're turning them
Think we
down
have to
all
be
the time.
pickier?
Because
Is
they're
that
like,
what
you're
you're
not good
saying?
enough.
Yeah, that's what he's
Okay.
saying.
So you
Got it,
got to
got
it.
turn
Yeah,
down more dicks. They make plenty of toys. They make
Oh,
all sorts of shit.
I
You'll be
turn
able to
down
buy,
all the
I don't know.
you know. I'm just saying.
I mean, I think if a guy started dancing around me with like a really like sequin jacket or something, and in order to like earn my affection, I'd be like, all right, let me.
Yeah, dude. You know what else they do? They keep a clean apartment.
He's definitely
They
trying
keep a
it.
clean
That's what's up.
apartment that's stocked full of food. It's spotless. If you throw leaves on their shit, they'll fly in from wherever the fuck they are, move the leaves, and then go back to what they're doing. I mean, you're talking about
Look,
these are like military people.
How about
You know what I
men
mean?
have to do better, Vincent? No, I'm just fucking.
Exactly.
Just
But
kidding.
yeah, I mean,
if they're not doing better, don't fuck them. Okay, that's the problem here. You know what I mean? If they're not doing better, don't make more.
Because they're going to shoot their
Another,
shot
another
anyway,
one
is what
of-
you're
Another one of
saying.
these rants.
Come on.
This is the most pro-female rant I've ever heard come out of a man's mouth.
yeah, I'm like total
It's
agreement.
actually,
You know,
I'm
like
not
it's,
for
it's
it.
it's like
you feel that
Kool-Aid.
way,
It's
but this is
covered
like
in a
the
way that it doesn't sound
20th
like it,
time
but
we've
it's
heard this
definitely-
rant,
It
and
is. Do you guys
the fifth
realize?
time we hear this every other day. It's
We live and breathe this whenever we,
breathe
hang with
this. Like,
Vincent.
I'm just
Yeah.
happy there's no children around, but yeah,
Okay, guys.
Honey,
Well,
Well,
no, I'm kidding.
especially right now.
it's like he has a daughter. Like he has a stepdaughter that's like 9 years old, and she knows all this.
Hey guys, what do you
Oh,
guys?
I would love to see that exact conversation. Just him.
Okay.
on camera.
He goes like, I just want money for school. Yes.
Okay,
Honestly,
I saw.
I do that shit. I volunteer for multiple children. I fixed almost every kid's bike on this fucking block. They come to me
Yep.
to fucking make sure that shit works. It's like, you know, it doesn't matter.
You are the bike
yeah.
man.
I'm nice to
He's the
children.
bike man.
They're already here. They didn't choose it, and my argument is against their parents. It's not about them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, it's not the kid's
Are
fault.
you
fault.
saying you're a good candidate? Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't have my own kids. I'm taking care of somebody else's because I like.
That's what I think everyone should do.
Yeah. Are you also saying that you can fix my bike?
I just do it good. Yeah. I just fix the bike.
Yeah, my bike needs
Anything,
fixing for
yeah.
real.
But
Chain popped off, and I just stopped biking.
Because you didn't have.
But it's
Vincent
true
on
though. It's better
screen.
to be an uncle than a dad. I feel like everybody knows
Absolutely.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys see in the news?
His fault.
Did you guys
What
see
was
in
that,
the
Jake?
news? Did you see in the news? The 6ix9ine guy was released early.
Who?
Oh, Takashi.
Takashi 6ix9ine.
Yes, I know
Tekashi
nothing
6ix9ine.
about him.
What the fuck are you guys talking about?
Yeah.
He's
Oh, he's a
this-
rapper.
How long was his
Terrible rapper.
sentence for?
The snitch, the guy who snitched.
The
The
snitch.
snitch. He
Yes.
snitched
Yeah,
on everybody.
what's-
He even
yeah,
Don't look
snitched
over
on
here,
China
girl.
and
I
shit.
don't know.
Oh, that's how he got out, though.
What's his name? P90X. What's his name?
Heat 90X.
Tish.
No, Takashi.
Takashi.
6ix9ine, dude.
Whatever.
What? Yeah.
Yeah. Takashi 6ix9ine is also.
Hitachi
Yeah.
69. Look it up.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's a mouthful.
Yeah.
Google it.
It's also an item on a Chinese Wuhan
Oh
menu.
my God. This is
He's
like.
part of the conspiracy.
Do you
He's
guys
the
know
craziest
Stitches?
looking dude.
No. Do you guys
Huh?
know Stitches, the local Miami rap?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know
Shout out to
Stitches.
This
Stitches,
guy
dude.
looks like fucking Latin Stitches.
Yeah.
pretty much.
If he was
They
dipped in
have
a
the
vat of
same.
acid
They
or
even rap the
something, yeah.
same. They rap pretty similarly.
They're best
They
friends.
do rap the same.
They're-
Well, everybody raps the same though, right? Nowadays, everybody that comes from
Guys, are
Miami.
we
do
really
that
gonna
yell
call it
shit.
rap? We can't call it rap. Don't call it rap, please. Come on, don't
I always-
insult.
It's
Fine,
just
Don't
upside
insult.
down.
Takashi, Little
Don't insult.
Pump, Ski Mask,
Oh
or
my
whatever. You
That's
know, all
a,
of
that's a guy too?
Ski
them
Mask.
sound the same.
Yeah. Takashi
Some
6ix9ine.
God, yeah.
No, I'm saying Ski Mask.
Oh,
Yeah,
Ski
Ski Mask is a rapper. He's actually not bad.
Yeah. No, he's not.
That's
I
a
thought
lot
that
of
was a
guys.
joke. I thought you guys were joking that a guy was named Ski Mask.
No, man.
Guys,
Oh
Case
no,
in
that's an
point.
actual. That's
Case in
Like,
what?
6ix9ine is 23 years old, and that dumb motherfucker already has 2 children. That weird ass guy.
He's got tattoos on his face. That's an automatic
2 children and 3
disqualification.
felonies.
Yes.
If it's my rule,
Yes,
it's automatic
Vincent.
disqualification.
But he can afford to take care of them.
Can he though? Because he
Good
doesn't
point.
look like he's that fucking rich.
Oh, he can.
No, it's not
He
about
can.
that.
He has more money than a lot of 23-year-olds. That
You
Yeah,
guys-
it's
And all
not
of us
about
combined.
money.
He won't.
It's not
He
about
won't by the
worse,
time
because
they're
that kid's
old
gonna
enough.
grow up knowing nothing and no consequence.
You guys remember
Exactly.
Chris Rock?
That's Little
like,
Wayne.
rich?
That's how you get Little Wayne. That's how you make Little Waynes. And I don't like Little Wayne. I don't know about you, but that's how you make.
How do you
more-
make Lil Wayne? How do
it
you make
doesn't
Lil
sound
Wayne?
like you like Lil
Is
Wayne.
it like a mixture to make Little Wayne? What is
Yeah.
what is the deal?
Birdman.
One-
What is the mixture?
Wait till you hear
One
about
part
Floyd
vodka
Mayweather's
and one
daughter.
part meth.
Everybody's
And
been
definitely,
making
you
bread
gotta add
lately.
cough
So what's
syrup
your
in there,
recipe?
Ah,
Make sure you're adding cough syrup. That's all I
Oh
say.
my gosh.
oh, wow.
But anyway, Tekashi 6ix9ine. I think it'll be funny if he gets out, because he got out because of the coronavirus and he's niche. But it'll be funny if he gets coronavirus and then he has to be like stuck in the hospital or some shit.
Yeah, 'cause
and
he's
then what
out
is he gonna
there-
do now, dude?
He's out there and he's walking and he has all these bodyguards around him because
'Cause he
he
has a lot
needs
of-
them.
Right.
Enemies,
Yeah.
right? They're
Because
not
snitches-
doing 6
Right.
feet apart.
Mm.
My
No,
neighbors.
he was
aren't
doing 6 feet in jail
apart,
for
like-
sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a good point, though. Do you think that social distancing is going to reduce prison crime? Because I wouldn't want to shank somebody right now. That's too
No.
close.
They don't.
They
give a
have
fuck.
released
I get too
people.
close.
They released people in New York City. They released people that were
Mhm.
because they got
Oh
an
my
inmate
God.
infected. Broward
That had
County Jail
coronavirus.
has coronavirus in the
Mhm.
jail right
oh
now.
fuck.
I
Yeah,
just
so-
realized I was super jazzed that Harvey Weinstein was sentenced to life in prison and had coronavirus. And now I'm wondering if fucking coronavirus is going to release Harvey Weinstein from prison.
No.
I don't think they would
coronavirus
release
is gonna
him. They
kill Harvey
couldn't.
Weinstein.
No.
Period.
Yeah.
He would
I
get
mean,
killed probably
Yeah.
if they let him
Yeah.
out.
He'd be dead. He looks like coronavirus. Like
He's
if
gonna get
coronavirus
killed.
was a human.
If
He
he
does.
ended up in general pop, he would be killed anyway.
He's not going to be a general pop. They're not going to.
Exactly.
He's going to be.
No,
on
they
top.
would never do that.
Exactly.
You know who did
Be
get
in prison,
coronavirus
please.
though? That's
I
pretty
hope
sad.
I hope there's a line of giant black guys that are going, "Hey Harvey, you want a part in this movie?"
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's a crime that is deserved. What he gets,
Oh, for
Mhm.
sure.
definitely.
That's
Definitely.
definitely at the end of the
Yeah,
scale.
the worst
Of
part
our-
really is
Yeah.
that he's definitely not the only one. That's the worst part about it. That there's probably more low budget, no name movie companies that are doing that
Oh,
way
for
more than
sure.
Harvey was, and
How long have they been doing?
Nobody even knows about their movies. You
How
know?
long have they been
Yeah.
doing casting couch?
Well, that's what that
Where do you
was.
think? Yeah, where do you think they got that from?
The
You
casting
know what I
couch
mean?
has been around since like the 40s.
That's
Exactly.
true.
So
You mean
it's-
since film? The casting
Yeah,
couch has been
film.
around since
Yeah.
film.
It's
No way.
film,
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure there's some cave drawings
Fashion
somewhere of
movie.
a casting couch. I don't know.
Since
They're
the
best
Shakespeare
cave
Theater in
drawings.
London.
Exactly.
Carlos, what were you saying about who did get coronavirus that isn't him?
Someone told me that Joe Exotic got it in jail, dude.
No.
Yes.
You said that
Yeah.
was sad.
That's why the
Yes.
tiger got it. I mean,
That's what I'm saying.
He's
It's
tiger.
sad, dude. It's
Vincent's a
sad
huge fan of Joe
because-
Exotic. That's why
Wait,
he's
Joe
acting like
Exotic
this.
had conjugal visits?
I mean,
No, we
he
got
didn't
it from
have
the
to. He
prison.
probably got to jail and fucking married 8 dudes. You know, like it's quick with this guy.
Well, no, I'm talking about the tiger. How'd the tiger
the
get
tiger.
coronavirus?
The tiger.
that's-
Human.
'Cause
Joe-
Joe's like,
amazing.
yeah, I could fuck dudes in jail. Just bring the tiger into the.
Yeah, he got the
Cuddling
tiger in there,
tiger.
gave the tiger coronavirus. They sent him back to the Bronx.
Joe's just trying to get early release. I don't trust the thing that comes out of Joe's mouth.
Oh
But
no.
that's
Joe hasn't
crazy.
died yet. Coronavirus is not going to kill Joe Exotic.
No, God, he's made it through much worse.
Yeah.
But here's what the crazy thing about that is.
Yeah.
This is the pinnacle of what where we're at in the world right now. The two things everybody's been talking about, Tiger King and coronavirus, have melded.
I know.
Worlds
Does
have
the
collided.
internet break tomorrow?
It's
It might.
crazy.
Everybody
I'm
might-
surprised we're still on it.
And Louis
How
C.K.
many-
comes out with
That's
his
why
special.
JP
Well,
keeps
start with
getting off.
JP.
It's breaking
Now
as
with
he
JP.
goes.
Yeah. Hey, listen. How many people are gonna get tiger tattoos when this is all said and done?
I think we all should. I think
How many
that's
people are
another
gonna
way.
get tigers, dude?
Only people that have tiger tattoos can have the baby permit now.
Oh,
No.
there you
Yeah,
go.
tiger tattoos. Okay, as long
Good
as
point.
it's not your face making you look like a tiger, yeah, you're okay.
There are people
Like an
that do that.
anamorph.
Dude, I think people are gonna get tigers for real because
How many
I didn't know
people-
tigers could be $3,000. That's
Tigers
not
Wait,
surprising
no,
much
cheap.
for a tiger.
There's one down in the Everglades.
If that makes you want to buy a tiger, you're a piece of shit. That-
Okay,
No,
all right.
I would.
Norman is
I
the
would.
first person who's agreed with me that Joe Exotic is that this whole entire thing is crazy. Everybody else in this chat, except for Carlos and Grace, has been on this whole. This is amazing. These guys are great. I want a tiger, and I'm fucking terrified.
They all
The
should be
only
in
reason
jail.
why
At the
I
end of
watched
the day.
Tiger
They should
King
all be in jail.
was because of the
Exactly.
tiger.
Oh, I agree.
100%.
One at a time.
Especially
one at a
Jeff
time.
Lowe, who's like,
Can I give you
oh,
like a
let's get the
virtual
hot
dab?
babysitter.
Is that possible?
Grace, go ahead.
I said the only reason I actually sat through, I'm actually an episode behind, the entire show was because of the tiger. So I was watching this shit. I'm like, okay, ooh, a tiger.
fucking
And then I was entertained
so
for like
cute.
a couple of minutes. And then I was like, oh my God,
Yeah.
this moves so slow. I can't. I don't even know how people like that exist.
So slow?
That
It doesn't make sense.
Listen,
That was a
tigers are
dumpster fire for
dangerous.
4 hours.
Tigers are dangerous. I went to what is it? Parrot Jungle now. It's on or Monkey.
Monkey
Wild
Jungle.
animals.
Jungle
are
Island?
dangerous.
It's on Jungle Island. They have
Wild
a
Jungle
tiger
Safari.
there. That tiger lunged at me when I had my back turned through the glass.
He was playing.
No way.
Oh yeah,
Just friendly.
tigers
Nice.
I
don't
don't know the difference. You know what I mean?
Big kitty cat.
Listen,
Just
tiger don't give a fuck either. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Cats and
Tiger
kitties.
don't give a fuck.
Like getting tabletopped or something, like it's a little prank, little tiger prank.
Little tiger
It's
prank.
coming from behind the boom, gotcha.
that's natural selection more than the babies. And people who own tigers who get eaten by their own tigers. That's why I'm like natural selection.
Yeah, but how do you explain a guy who owns over 200 tigers and just hasn't been eaten yet? And he's talking to him all the time. He licks
Oh,
his face
you want to?
in there.
Because
I
he
don't
saw
know.
a
We've seen
tiger.
the tiger try to eat him like 3 times in the show.
And that was
Yeah.
in the show. Who knows what
There's
we'll
a
do.
Notice
No,
how many
no
more
arm
times we've
because of
seen the
it.
tiger try over
Good point,
and over
Kevin.
again.
The
Hold
same way
on.
that my dog knows who you are. My dog
Hey.
knows you, and every time you come to my house, he still tries to fuck your leg at least once.
Yes.
Oh, that's Kevin. You can't fucking.
Well,
you know?
Kevin
You
does-
can't fuck Kevin.
Yeah.
Kevin has a really
It's
nice
not just
eye.
Kevin, by the way. It's everybody and everything. I'll send you the video. Look at this.
Don't bring the dog out. Don't bring the dog out. He has tried to fuck everything.
right there.
Oh
You
yeah.
want to hear
giraffe?
another
Carmen,
crazy?
hold on.
That giraffe has been
Hold on.
fucked.
Dude, you have
Hey.
a giraffe, not a dog.
Hey, Carmen, go ahead.
Sorry, guys.
We're
I
getting on
was,
top of each other.
We read like an article of like the things you didn't know from the documentary about fucking Tiger King. This fucking Joe Exotic guy, apparently he started out with a horse farm. And then once he started acquiring these cats, he fed the horses to the cats.
Oh, I heard that. Yeah,
Now,
that's
if
the
that
fucked
is
up.
not a piece of
He's a
garbage,
piece of shit.
Yeah, that's
Why?
shitty.
Pretty
I
fucked.
hated. I hate that I'm such an animal person. I hate it because I don't want to sound crazy, guys.
But
But
That's not
Tiger
crazy.
King. Tigers
No,
eat
that's-
big animals.
No, no, no.
Not crazy.
Listen up, Vince, as he
Oh.
rebuttals you. Vince, go ahead.
as he replied.
Oh, yeah, but that's what tigers do. If there was no people there, tigers would have ate that fucking horse if he saw that horse.
Which is wonderful. That's
You want-
fine.
Joe
That's
probably
That's
killed
not
that horse
nature.
humanely and then fed it to the tiger. He did both of them a favor. He said, hey, look, this tiger's going to start with your legs and slowly get to your head. I'll give you one in the back of the head and then feed you to the tiger. Everybody wins. Right?
Okay, now that beard is talking crazy. I
He's
was on your
insane.
side
He's
like a
insane.
couple.
Hey, we had hey, ladies.
You know that people who love
Vincent,
horses
hold
shoot
up.
them once they break their legs? They
Yes.
just shoot it. And they don't even eat it. They just bury it in the backyard. They just shoot it because it can't walk anymore.
they're also pieces of shit.
And those are people who love horses. So,
Okay.
come
All
on.
right. Vincent. All right, hold on, Vincent. All right. Whew. Oh, hey, ladies, you loved his talk earlier. Now it's a little more controversial, but he is right. Horse owners sometimes have to do drastic measures.
Wow.
Was there a condition with the horse that you didn't
Two
know
sticks,
about
one stone.
when Joe Exotic fed it to the tigers?
No, I think he just wanted to acquire cats, and he's like, "Oh, I need to feed them."
Yeah. It's
You
exactly what
know,
happened.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the circle of life. So, you know.
Yeah.
no. Hold up.
How
It's
many
eat or
chickens
be
have you eaten
eaten,
this week?
honestly.
I got 4
Tiger,
chickens in my backyard, and I would be real hurt if you ate one of them. But I've eaten at least 6 this week. But I got 4 in my backyard.
You eat the animals you own? Well,
No,
you
but
you
I will
like
when they stop laying me eggs. When they stop laying eggs, they will go on the grill, and I will. It's not a big deal for me. That's going to be fine. And I gave them 3 great years of life.
Do you know that every Cuban's parents has been traumatized by this exact thing happening to them as a child? I don't know if you know this, but a lot of Latins are traumatized.
Yeah.
But
How many still eat chicken?
it's not the same, bro. When you know the chicken, bro.
Come on now.
He's named all the
it's not the
chickens
same
already.
eating a chicken
All the
than
chickens
eating
have
It is
names and
different.
personalities,
You know?
and they're all independent. He truly doesn't give a fuck.
I want to
Listen,
cry.
Guys, he's an
I'm-
undercover
Hey,
They're
Joe
beautiful.
Exotic.
They're beautiful animals.
hey, listen. I live close to Hialeah, and I tell you, those roosters, those chickens over there, they're super skinny. They're not even worth eating, I don't think. They're running
Those are for
around like
slaughter. Those
crazy.
are for sensory
No,
slaughter.
Vince's chickens are
I know.
fat. He feeds them
Yeah,
shrimp.
because the owners don't want to tempt themselves. They just don't feed them, so they're not like, fuck it. This one's I'm
Yeah,
not gonna eat it.
exactly.
Why, dude? Mine lay me eggs, and I eat those eggs for breakfast. I eat their unborn babies. I go into their house
You're
and I
smarter
steal
than
their
that. You
unborn
know
Well-
that
children
that's
and
not
eat
what
them
that
for
is.
breakfast. What a piece of
They're
shit!
unborn babies.
You're educated and you know that that's not what that is. Don't let the
He's-
beard talk for you.
Oh yeah. All right, guys.
I'll
All
let the
right.
beer talk for you.
Okay, well, this is the part where we come to the end of the show. This has been a great conversation. I'm gonna stop it right here. I know we're having a lot of fun, but I feel like if it goes
It
a
was
little
just getting
longer,
interesting. It was just getting heating up.
We're just getting started, dude.
I mean, you want to go longer? I'll go longer. I don't
No,
care.
it's
But
fine.
this is getting to uncharted territory.
I'm hungry now. I gotta go get something to eat.
Nah,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. But
Kevin's pen is already out. He's been fucking hitting it every time. So he has to
he's
refill it.
got,
Now
yeah,
he's just smoking it because it tastes like popcorn, and he's got the munchies.
all right, before,
Oh, I thought it tasted. Yeah,
listen, before you go, I want to say, Carmen, Grace, Carlos, I really appreciated you guys coming on the show. I really appreciate all my people out there. Subscribe on my YouTube channel, Instagram, and also follow Carlos, Carmencita, and OG Comedy. All right?
Thank
And,
you for having us. It was a pleasure.
Thank you guys.
I
This was
miss
so
you
much fun.
guys.
Miss you guys, yeah.
I'm gonna get super up close to all of your fucking faces when this is all over.
Dude, so am I.
Here's a virtual hug for all of
I
you.
don't
Thank you.
care.
Virtual
Hug the
hug,
shit out of
man.
you
I
all.
love it.
I'm bowing.
I would.
I'm bowing. That's my new greeting.
I'm gonna hug the
Miss y'all.
shit out of you
Miss you,
first,
Carmen,
JP. I miss you guys.
All right. Thanks a lot, guys. You guys have a good night.
Bye.
Good night,
Bye-bye.
guys.
Yeah.
Have a
Good
good one.
night.
Thank you
Thanks,
guys.
everyone.
All right.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
JP.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right.
I think
hold
we're
on.
still live.
No, they're still on.
Nope.
I think we're still live too.
We're still live.
No,
Take it
no.
off of live.